Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be for the full moon taking place September 10th, 2022. It happens to fall in the sign of Pisces and it's also a harvest moon. So if you're not familiar with my channel, I do full moon and new moon readings every month for the collective. In this case, you don't have to have Pisces anywhere in your chart to be able to watch this. Again, it's just me getting an overall look at the energies taking place for all of us. Full moon time is often a time where we do like magical workings. It's also a time where we make significant changes, perhaps maybe release something, let things go, clean the slate, right? To prepare to attract and receive new things at new moon time. So like I said, I always feel that it's interesting to see what we're letting in, what we're letting go around these particular times of the month. So I'm going to go ahead and start with an oracle card. It's my way of kind of seeing what the main energy is, what the theme of this full moon is all about. And for that, I'm actually going to use the goddess guidance cards to see what this full moon energy is all about. So let's see, full moon in Pisces, September 10th, 2022. What is this full moon all about? Let's see if we can get two cards. Okay, wow. Okay, look at that. I think they pretty much go well together, and they flipped over. So we have Ishtar, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. And then we have Sekhmet, right? The lioness, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So this is giving me the vibe that there are some challenging energies that, you know, you may be working through during this full moon time. And the reason why I say that is because Sekhmet is here and she's the warrior, right? She's the fiery energy that is ready to go to bat, right, at any moment. That's her energy. She's super combative and she takes no shit, basically. So, and then you have the boundaries card of Ishtar telling you to set a healthy boundary. And to me, that's like a fighting kind of energy, these two, but it's for all the right reasons. So this full moon is saying to protect your energy, to create a safe distance between you. And you know what? Let's not forget, this full moon is also happening with a Mercury retrograde, okay? So this is kind of saying to me, like, to keep your distance, stay in your lane, right? Mind your business, but it's more or less like for your own well-being, okay? For your own well-being. Just keep to yourself. This full moon is saying to protect your energy. And if you have to, you know, kind of create distance or set a healthy boundary between you and a situation or someone or whatever the scenario may be, just know it's so that way you can protect the outcome moving forward. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting this in the vibe of like just pulling your energy back. Pulling energy back from those people, places, and things at this time that might try to even drain you, because this is about you strengthening yourself. And sometimes you got to do what you have to do, you know, for your own personal well-being and health, right? Mental health even. So if you have to pull back your energy, whether it be from a job, whether it be from, you know, people in your life, maybe something that doesn't resonate with you anymore, it kind of feels like cutting ties, cutting yourself free, letting something go, letting it fall away. The reason why there's a need for that, to kind of reassess, I guess is the word, reassess and recalibrate what's important to you and what's not, right? The reason for that is that you're preparing yourself for something later down the road. That's why the Sekhmet card is here saying you're stronger than you think you are. You can do this, basically. And your strength assures your happy outcome. So the strong stance that you take in regards to something, right, to set a healthy boundary or cut yourself free from something or cut yourself away from a situation that's not working, that strong stance that you take to protect yourself, to protect what matters, it's also that way you're prepared for what's to come after you place that boundary, after you make that choice, after you decide that this is what's best for you. So please know that if you are cutting something out of your life, if you are quitting something, right? The feeling is here, or saying no. If you're cutting ties with people, places, situations, scenarios, jobs, things that are just not aligning with you anymore this full moon. The reason why you're doing that is because on an inherent soul level, your higher self is trying to protect what's up ahead. And what's up ahead is your happy outcome. And the other feeling that this is giving me is that those things, okay, don't have any place or don't fit into this happy outcome that you're moving into. It just doesn't fit. It's not a vibrational match. All right, so the feeling is here, this full moon, trust your instincts when it comes to people, places, things, and situations. Don't feel bad, right? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Your soul, oftentimes your higher self, knows best. And you're strong enough to make the choices that honor you. Okay? It's okay to say no. Like they say, no is a complete sentence. Okay? So this full moon is about setting healthy boundaries to protect what lies ahead in your future. And there are just some things and situations and maybe people that don't fit into that future puzzle. All right, so let's grab some tarot. I have the Witch's Tarot here on the table. Let's see. Full moon, September 10th, 2022. What's this energy all about? What else can we find out? Okay, so 3 cards. And you know what? If I need more cards, again, I'll just grab off to the side. All right, so look at that. 7 of Wands. That's that combative energy, right? The Hangman and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so right away, the Hangman was giving me the vibe of like, you're meditating on this, you're contemplating this, you're maybe having to make a choice, right? And I felt that also coming from the Sekhmet energy. And there's this feeling of needing to kind of like look at everything for whatever reason from every angle possible. And although that might be uncomfortable with the Hangman energy, there's a desire or a need even to kind of just like remove yourself from the world so you can think about it before you act. Or kind of like I said, remove your energy altogether, right? To try your best not to be confrontational. You can remove yourself from people, places, and things without having to do that. And that was kind of the feeling here, or in the beginning of the reading, where I was kind of like, okay, well, try not to allow yourself to be placed in a situation where you might have to get combative, right? Try to avoid that if you can. And the Hangman would definitely do that. The Hangman would definitely, even if it didn't want to, it would restrain itself to avoid that confrontation where needed or necessary. Okay. Funny that I said that because, and my dogs ended up bickering with each other just now. I don't know if you heard that. So they were echoing the energy that I was talking about. 7 of Wands, funny enough, is combative. But the feeling that the Hangman is giving me is that people are going to try to come for you, right? Or come at you, or try to like instigate something with the 7 of Wands. But the Hangman would literally say, you know what? I'm not participating in this BS. I know what I need to do, and I'm going to do it in a non-confrontational way, I guess, is what I was looking for. And the feeling is, do it in a non-confrontational way so I can protect my peace, because nobody's worth my energy like that. That's the feeling of this, especially with the Ishtar card. Now, don't get me wrong, Sekhmet's energy is super strong, and she'd be the first one to jump into something and go for blood, okay? If you understand her backstory, all right, she's not one to be messed with. So that might be your energy normally. You might go for the throat or the jugular. Like, you might not have a problem doing that because that's warrior energy, right? But in this case, it's saying just put the boundary up. Don't even give those people, places, things, and situations your energy because it's not worth it. You might have some of that confrontation with the Seven of Wands. You might be confronted or challenged by something or someone, but it's like draw back, you know, pull back. It's not worth it. And with Mercury retrograde, there can oftentimes be miscommunication and things misconstrued and things that are misunderstood, and it can easily escalate when things are not fully understood in the way that they were intended. So that's why I feel like this full moon is like saying, look, if anybody tries to come at you, your best bet is just to put a healthy boundary right away, create distance, pull yourself out of the equation, okay? And just kind of recollect, reassess, and recalibrate your energy so you can consider all aspects of what just happened or what was about to happen and reassess what's important, what matters, and move forward from there. Because the feeling is here, you're removing yourself with these two energies from anything that was creating angst, frustration, discord, challenge. And the beautiful thing about it is that, again, look at the happy outcome of the King of Pentacles. You see? He's so not bothered. Okay? People might try to do this. Life might try to do this to you, come at you. But the King of Pentacles is like, you know what? Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time for that. I'm not doing that. Okay? I'll figure out another way, is the feeling here. I'll connect with my higher self. I'll get answers and understanding another way. Because nothing can be solved when the energy's like this. Okay? You can't really accomplish much when it's combative in this case. This is not a time to draw swords, okay, or wands in this case with the Seven of Wands. This is a time, if you find yourself in a difficult situation or challenging situation, this is a time to just withdraw. And that's okay. Non-action, Hangman, okay? Hangman energy is non-action. This is not a time to go for the neck. So there's a silent strength here taking place with the Sekhmet energy. And it might be really uncomfortable, right? Because you might naturally want to just tell somebody how it is. But not with this full moon. Conserve your energy. Okay, conserve your energy. All right, it says it here. Love yourself enough to say no to others. Demands on your time and energy. Again, healthy boundaries. Sometimes, in order to create a healthy boundary, you don't need words. You don't even need action, right? Physical action. Silence sometimes is all you need. But again, look what it's for. The purpose is for this King of Pentacles to protect your bounty, your blessings, those incoming tangible upgrades and manifestations. Again, this might be the full moon where you don't tell anybody what you're planning, what you're considering doing. Keep it to yourself with the Hangman. Don't share your manifestations. Don't share your plans with anybody. Keep all of that to yourself. Protect it at all costs. Keep it under lock and key, right? Look at the Hangman energy here. He has a key. He can set himself free at any time. He's good. All right, we have the lock. He knows that this period of silence where there's a healthy boundary, right, to protect yourself and your energy, he knows that it's needed to protect what's going on in the inner world. There's a lot of activity taking place in the Hangman energy, even though he's inside. He's doing the inner working. Okay, so this full moon is about doing the inner work in silence to yourself without anybody's energy distracting you, and without much vocalization is a feeling here. I know that's a weird way of saying it, but it's like going quiet. Because Spirit is going to enlighten you to something. And it's going to provide the answers in that quiet space where you've withdrawn your energy. The feeling is here that the withdrawal needs to happen in order to get the answers, the next step, how to proceed, and what to do to resolve a situation, or what to say when the dust settles. Just know that when all this clears up and Spirit enlightens you with what to say, with what to do, how to respond, how to act, okay, you come out on top. You're the one who's going to be sitting pretty when all is said and done. This is the happy outcome, right? That Sekhmet is talking about. Your strength, your resilience, the way you go about it, the way you handle it, right, basically assures your happy outcome of the King of Pentacles. The thing is, this card here is a perfect example, right? The Seven of Wands and the Ishtar to me go together because it's a perfect example of standing your ground. There's a multitude of ways of how we can do that. Sometimes not doing anything, right, is sometimes the best action that we can take, is a feeling here. So some of you might be feeling challenged by life right now. It may not even be combative energy with another person or job or something. It just might be your own internal angst and struggle that you might be dealing with. And Spirit is saying here, remove yourself from the distractions of the world, from the news, from social media. Remove yourself from, all that stuff to take a time out to calm your inner world. Because that's where the answers are. And if you're experiencing a challenging time, please know that you will get through this. And that once this full moon energy passes, you will be headed in a direction. You will be set free and liberated, okay? From the stillness, from the stagnation, from any feelings of being stuck. You'll be set free from all of that energy that kind of kept you in limbo. The King of Pentacles has freedom, abundance, well-being, okay? He has everything that he needs and then some. So again, still, the feeling is here. Once this energy passes and you are kind of like set free, you're stepping into your blessings. So those things that were held up from you or kept from you or felt like they were slow on the go, okay, especially if it's something physical, tangible, manifestation perhaps, or whatnot. This is basically saying that those things will be free to flow to you now, okay? Because the King of Pentacles is literally basking in those blessings that maybe for some of you felt like they took forever to arrive, okay? Or maybe they have been a struggle to arrive at them with the Seven of Wands. And also, it feels like you've had to go through a healing journey or some form of spiritual growth with the Hangman also to arrive at these blessings. So it feels like these blessings with the King of Pentacles, this happy outcome has been a long time coming. And you fought your way to get to those blessings, and you deserve every one of them that is incoming. The feeling is like the dam is going to break, okay? The floodgates are going to be let open now because you've been set free from those things that have been held up or stalled or stagnant from you or for you. And you've been strong, you've been resilient this entire time. You've been steadfast. You've never given up with the Seven of Wands. You continue to fight. Okay. So I do see actually two scenarios taking place here. One is that it's been a long time coming when it comes to maybe a goal, something you've been looking to manifest, something that you've been envisioning and or meditating on for some time. It's been a long time coming, and it's been a fight and a struggle and a challenge to arrive at these blessings. But the feeling is that you're being set free to flow in the direction of them now. And it required your strength, your resilience. It required that warrior spirit of never giving up. It required your growth to arrive at it. It required that steadfast nature also. And for others of you, this full moon is saying, look, this is a time to remove yourself from people, places, and things. Set a healthy boundary. Protect your energy as best as you can. Remove yourself. Create distance between you and those things that would try to come at you or create conflict in your life. Because those things that, you know, create that discord in your life or in your heart, your spirit, those things really don't have room for where you're headed next. You're headed in the direction of a super happy outcome, of something that you want, of something that you desire, something that you've worked hard for, something that you deserve. And these things that create that push and pull or that resistance don't need to be there where you're going next. They actually don't fit into that puzzle of your future. And you're going to know this because you're going to get some enlightenment with the Hangman all about it. And it's going to make sense. You're going to get that moment of realization. Maybe even with the Hangman and a major epiphany moment that makes it all clear to you. And it's in that moment of receiving that epiphany that you get the clarity that you need, which again opens up the floodgates, right? To receive this happy outcome or put you in the direction and in the flow of it. So I'm going to grab a few cards here to get a little bit more information. Again, the feeling is don't back down. Whatever the situation is, the Seven of Wands, don't back down. You know what you need to do. You know what is best for you. Don't allow anybody to kind of like instigate or goad you, right? With this full moon, the best thing to do is remove yourself and just be done with it. But there you go. Look at that. It's about leaving the past behind with this full moon. Do you see that? Yeah. And that's what the healthy boundary is, right? Creating the distance between you and those things and putting them behind you once and for all so you can move in the direction of your blessings. I don't know, that Hangman is giving me vibes of like something really big being revealed to you this full moon as well. So, I mean, it could come in the form of some kind of download, communication, synchronicity, revelation, epiphany. But it feels like the Hangman's getting the answer to something big. Okay. Which again breaks the chains, creates liberation to receive with the King of Pentacles, the bountiful blessings in abundance. And he has a cake here, so it's like kind of like giving me vibes of celebration, because sometimes we buy cakes, right, to celebrate something, a birthday. And he's drinking wine too. And I know that the earth energy is all about, you know, food and, you know, our earthly things. Like I think of Taurus, right? Especially with the bull back there. Okay, so like, yeah, I think of Taurus energy. They say Taurus people are really big foodies, okay? And it's kind of feeling like sometimes, you know, you use food to celebrate things. So I don't know if there's something, you know, that you're going to be celebrating. with this full moon. It feels like something big is happening and you're going to have something to celebrate. And that's why the King of Pentacles is sitting there with his cake and his wine. And he's just loving life. But you are definitely leaving something in the past behind. You're cutting yourself away from it. You're breaking free from it. Creating distance between you and maybe the past as well. But let's see what we have here. Look at that. Positive transition, limitations. Yep. That would be the Hangman energy, right? Because I was mentioning that some of you might have felt like things were held up and stuck or delayed, right? With the Hangman, that would be this energy. And sometimes when things are held up, stuck, stagnant, and feel like nothing's happening, it's an energy of sometimes non-action. It can feel very limiting that way. But look, you're moving into a positive future, a happy outcome, right? With the Sekhmet energy, living life, living it up with the King of Pentacles. So yeah, you're leaving the past behind to move into this positive transition with this full moon. This full moon is releasing you of any limitations, any blockages, anything that was holding you, being held up or holding you up. It's also removing you from people, places, and things, right? Creating healthy boundaries between you and those people, places, and things of the past, so you can move forward towards a happier life outcome and overall well-being. So yeah, I think those cards do totally make sense with that. What I want to do is grab a Priestess of Light card. Whoa. Okay, hold on. This one flew at me. Okay. So let's see what it is. Look at that. Wisdom. Learning, joy, art, music. Let's see what that says. I'm not really familiar with that card. But I will say that, first of all, if we talk about learning and we consider the Hangman energy and we're considering something that you're leaving behind, oftentimes, right, oftentimes the past is our best teacher, right? Those things that we've experienced, those lessons in life, right? They are our best teacher. They give us wisdom from experience for the future. So that does make sense just based off of the energy of learning, right? They enlighten us as well. They help spiritually evolve us. Sometimes people and our challenges, again, are our best teachers. So yeah, I definitely feel like you have gained some wisdom. That's why you've also gained a lot of strength from your experience and those things that you're leaving behind. Those struggles, those challenges, they were all molding and shaping you, right? Like I always use the analogy of like a diamond faceted from the rough. A diamond doesn't become a shiny, sparkly diamond unless it's gone through the refining process. Likewise, wine doesn't become, look, and he's drinking wine. Wine doesn't become wine unless the grapes have been crushed. Okay. So, I mean, think about that. I'm sure you've heard that saying. But that's where the wisdom comes from. Your experiences, those challenges, that strength and resilience that you have gained along the way, along the journey to evolving and ascending and becoming the greater version of you that you're meant for. Right? We also have on the card, we also have the swans. Swans are actually a symbol of magical transformation. Okay? So there's magic taking place here in this shift. You're transitioning into a more positive timeline, I feel, with these cards. And if I have to consider what the King of Pentacles is showing me, you know, this timeline that you're moving into probably has a lot to do with your joy as well. So it makes sense. Positive energy is what you're moving into, but you're leaving a lot of the limiting past, the struggles of the past behind. But just know that that past was your greatest teacher. Okay. Let's see what it says. I'm sorry if I was rambling, but I gotta find it here in the book. All right. Okay. Bear with me. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. I know because she's a very beautiful goddess, by the way. Her energy is great. But it says Goddess Sarasvati, I think, holds a musical instrument in two hands. I know she speaks of positive blessings. Okay. From the little that I do know of her, she speaks of positive blessings. So it says the goddess Sarasvati holds a musical instrument in two hands and extends her other arm outward in joy. She stands at the door to the temple, encouraging you to enter a new period of learning and exploration. Okay. This card heralds a time of deepening wisdom for you. It may be gained through personal investigation or through school or other formal courses of study. Don't dismiss this potential for learning. There is profound gratification that comes from this pursuit, whatever the subject may be. It's possible that your path of study will relate to some form of art or music. If you have an interest in these or other creative endeavors, now would be the time to dive right in. Take a class, go to a museum, or surround yourself with the music and art forms that bring you joy. The swan represents the connection between mind and heart. And you know what? Swans mate for life as well. In case anybody, was wondering if there was going to be love in your future. Okay. Who knows? This full moon might actually bring it in if you have made the space for it, right? Now that you put the past behind you, you've let go of struggle, heartache, set healthy boundaries to, know what those, let's say, be mindful of the red flags, right? When it comes to relationships, now you know what to look for, because again, that taught you. Any previous challenging relationship might have taught you better. So yeah, I mean, if you let go of a past relationship, this is saying here that there's a possibility with the swans that new love could be coming in, and it could come in the form of a King of Pentacles, especially if you've been, patiently waiting for love with the Hangman, and you've already completed that healing journey. But anyhow, side note, I'm just rambling now. But it says the swan represents a connection between mind and heart, and as you open your mind to greater understanding and joyous new experiences, your heart will glow with inner satisfaction. In addition, your life force will sing with beauty, grace, and irresistible attraction. Affirmation: I always choose to learn and grow. The music and art of life inspires me. So I love this. I just feel like it's one of those cards that is just, saying that there are better things ahead. There's more for you to explore. Now that you can put the past behind you, you literally just make yourself open to a world of possibilities. So allow that to flow in for you now that you're free of the limitation, restrictions of anything, maybe even a mindset for some of you that might have held you back or held you up from receiving your blessings or stepping into your fullness. Okay, I hope that makes sense, guys. It's kind of getting late here. And I've had a crazy day. So if I'm off my game, that's why. But anyhow, let's go ahead and get some angel numbers for you for this full moon reading. I have 3 dice here, okay, and I'm going to roll the dice. These dice may confirm some things I've already said in this reading and or provide you with additional messages for you maybe personally. I don't like to recommend a source because, for one, it could be one you don't like. 2, I never want to imply that one source is better over another. I mean, you have personal discernment, right? I always, try to encourage everybody to follow your heart in that way. Find a source that you connect with. I never want to, like I said, imply that somebody has all the answers. You might not even like the source that I give you, for one. So yeah, you'll figure it out. Your soul will kind of direct you to who has the interpretations that you resonate with. And 3, right, I don't want to ever rob you of finding the magic for yourself, because sometimes when you go do the research for yourself, you come across other serendipity and synchronicity that spirit needs you to find. And if I gave you a shortcut or source to look up right away, I might rob you of taking that journey and finding the confirmation that spirit has waiting for you. Likewise, I always try to remind everybody to refrain from putting the number interpretation in the comment section for the same reason. We don't ever want to rob anybody of finding their own magic, right? So again, that's why I don't give you the easy shortcut to find it, and we don't want to rob anybody of doing that for themselves either. Right? We want to allow everybody to take their own journey to finding what they need for their confirmation. So let's go ahead. I'll start with 1 dice and we'll go from there. All right, so that is actually a 6. Okay, 6, 1. I don't know if you can see that. That's actually an 8. So 618 is your angel number. Go ahead and look up that number, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading for this full moon has helped you in some way, please do let me know. Again, like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Maybe consider joining my membership as well. All you have to do is check out the membership tab on my channel. You might have better luck finding it on your desktop rather than on your phone. I've heard some people having trouble accessing it that way. So maybe check out the membership. There's exclusive content there. I will be uploading videos just for members only. So you'll get extra content from me that way. And if you want to take it beyond YouTube to support what I do, consider checking me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have really cool things there that I make by hand on my free time. I have handmade crystal jewelry, amongst other things. I have tektite crystals like moldavite and Libyan desert glass as well. So pay me a visit at any time if you feel inclined to. So much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining.